interfering in the matches of Ken Patera. Then what really bit the biscuit was when Markov pretended to have a bad knee and they sneak attack Patera. Then Patera going out and getting himself a partner, and what a partner he went out and got. He got himself Scott Flash Norton. That one should be a big one.
Well, I tell you, talking about explosives, you talk about the St. Valentine's Day, it's going to come early, because I want to tell you, when you get these four guys and what has happened the last 3 or 4 weeks, everything has been set. The four of them are going to be in the ring, and I'm going to tell you, all I can tell you is, Joy, if you ever saw a barn burner and an explosion, like when you set a piece of dynamite off, you're going to see it one in this match, because I'm looking forward to the greatest classic in professional wrestling and the greatest match I saw here on the tour.
You want to talk about power? There's going to be over 1,000 pounds in that main event alone. Patera had Norton and Markov and El Casey. Right now, the Golden Sheik working over the throat of the Baron, and I'm telling you, the Sheik's been doing this for many years, but he should know better than that, because the Baron, at one time a hated rule breaker, now a big fan favorite. He can dish it out as well as take it.
You think in your estimation, Joey, you think everybody's scared of the Baron. Well, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that put the Baron in his place. And on that big show in February, you'll find out what I'm going to do when I order Kerry the Pitbull Brown to go out and destroy him. And I don't want to see the Baron back in Canada again. Secondly, don't go away. Listen to me very closely. You got a dog collar around me. You got a 15-foot chain. Now, can you imagine how dangerous Bulldog Bob Brown really is? Can you imagine how much more dangerous when you hand me a chain?
I know how dangerous you are. I've seen you over the years pull out chairs out of the stands, anything you could get your hands on, but this time it's already in your hands because it's attached around your neck. A dog collar match. You've been running too long from the French Mad Dog. That's what he's saying, okay? Not what I'm saying, so don't look at me like that. But I'll tell you one thing. That's like a double main event. And you know what? You can get there for the price of admission for one. It's going to be a heck of a card.
Just let's talk about what the great Golden Sheik is doing to the Baron von Raschke. He's really got Baron in trouble.
Well, you know, the Golden Sheik's been around for a lot of years, about 15 in the Ring Wars. He knows what he's doing in there. That's what probably made him a very successful manager. But Baron von Raschke is only going to take this for so long. And you can see the look on his face when those veins in his neck start to pop. And right now, the Golden Sheik whipping him across the turnbuckle, and the Baron goes in there head on. And I tell you, the Baron's head is bobbing, Bob. He's having problems right now.
The Sheik is having a problem getting up, you know. Hey, that Baron's a big guy. You got to get right up, and you got to beat him up. That's the only way to keep the Baron down. Beat him up.
If we can, I want to get promoter Tony Condello in here for just a minute. Tony, we were talking a little bit about it last week. You know, you've been an independent television promoter, a wrestling promoter since 1972, if you will. And Bulldog's been here a few times from Kansas City, Missouri. And I tell you, the talk of the whole country now is this Canadian National Wrestling Alliance based out of Calgary, Alberta. You have affiliated yourself with them, which means a good thing is getting even better.
You know, Joe, and what I'm going to say is where the WFWA is very pleased to be in association with the CNWA, because we're going to show the best of wrestling, of professional wrestling, all the way across Canada.
Now, Tony, let me ask you another question here. You know, usually in different wrestling territories, you have different regional champions, all right? But this is a little bit different because you're going to have your regional champions, and once they have been decided, or determined, if you will, they will battle each other to have one-man crowned as the CNWA heavyweight champion. Now, that's something a little bit different.
That is true, and our champion could be anybody across the world.
All right, the words of promoter Tony Condello. Congratulations on behalf of Bulldog Brown and myself for making this organization that much better. And Bulldog, I know you're a big part of it.
I don't want to talk about Tony Condello because he forced me into this match. And what happens to the French Mad Dog, it's going to be on Tony's own conscience. When I heard him and put him out of professional wrestling where his wife don't have any food or anything in the fridge, Condello can look after her.
All right, Bulldog Bob Brown throwing insults back at promoter Tony Condello. And what a suplex there. Now claw hold. And Tony, you talk about names that you signed for that big card. This is one of them, the big German, Baron von Raschke, to battle the Bulldog son, the Pitbull Kerry Brown.
You know, I really think for what's been going on lately, the Baron von Raschke, I think the Mr. Pitbull Kerry Brown needs a lesson.
All right, and how about that big main event, Tony? I know it caught you by storm as well as me, because when Ken Patera wanted that tag team match after all those interferences, the only stipulation you gave him was, Ken, pick a partner of your choice, but I have to know in 1 week's time to sanction it through the Boxing and Wrestling Commission, and he did that. What a big surprise. 350 pounds of mayhem. You're talking about the arm wrestling super heavyweight champion of the world 3 times over as well. He holds the record in 1988 for bench presses.
You know, Ken Patera picked the right partner as far as I'm concerned. You know, to be 3 times world champion arm wrestling, I'll tell you, I hate to be in the other end.
Well, you're not kidding. Chris Markoff and Sheik Adnan El Casey have to be worried, and Bulldog, you take a look.
All I'm watching right now is Baron von Raschke. He can't seem to put away the Golden Sheik.
Well, he's wearing him down with that chin lock, one of the best maneuvers to wear down an opponent. It cuts the circulation off, the oxygen to the brain. And from what I hear, the Golden Sheik's got a lot of oxygen up there to begin with, so it's going to take a long struggle to cut it all off.
Always got a smart aleck remark, don't you, Joey?
You take a look at this Baron von Raschke, though, Bulldog. I mean, he's been wrestling for about 23 years now, and you've seen him throughout all of North America, Japan, Singapore, wherever you've been. And I tell you, he's been around for a long time. He didn't stay on top, you know, for losing too many matches. And you're looking at something here, Bulldog.
Well, look, when you're looking at Baron von Raschke, listen, he played college football, great athlete. I tell you, he's wrestled all over the world. He's wrestled every major star. But I want to tell you, he's got his hands full today. And also, in the month of February, he'll have his hands full when he wrestles my son, Kerry the Pitbull Brown. I'm going to tell you, he could be in a lot of trouble. And February could be the end of his wrestling career.
Well, we shall wait and see, fans. As well, coming up on today's wrestling agenda, we have the Olympic strongman, Ken Patera, doing battle with your son. As well, Flash Norton, Scott Flash Norton taking on Sheik Adnan El Casey. This should be a real affair in today's main event. And now the Golden Sheik with a couple of rights that don't even affect the Baron. And the Baron is standing there like he is getting ready to explode, and the fans are 110% behind him. And the Golden Sheik taking back a few right hands now from the Baron. This has been a great match. The Baron landing that big knee. And a big foot stomp to the sternum area. And the Baron is setting him up for something here, picking him up by that blonde hair. A big turnbuckle coming, a couple of them. Make it 3, make it 4. You can hear the crowd. And the Golden Sheik is bringing in a new week. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't know where he is right now. But I'll tell you, when he comes around, he's going to find out that he felt the wrath of Baron von Raschke. And the Baron picking him up. He could have had the pin.
That's how silly he is. He had a chance to win. I'd be surprised now if the Golden Sheik comes back and beats him. It'll be his own fault for his downfall.
Well, a big whip coming here. Baron von Raschke. Big back body drop. Wow, the Sheik and the Baron signifying that claw hold. And no one has ever gotten out of it. And I don't even think the Golden Sheik will.
Is this what Kerry Brown's got to look forward to?
He's got to look forward. I don't know if you want to call it looking forward to him. And the referee has signified that this one's over. Your winner, Baron von Raschke. Let's go up to the Bulldog in the ring, because I know you've got a few questions for him.
Well, you know, when you talk about the Baron von Raschke, he's had it easy in the last 2 or 3 weeks. But believe me, the month of February is going to be a big, big challenge for Baron von Raschke, because he's got my son, Kerry the the Pit Bull Brown. And tell me, you've had it easy for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but your easiness is coming to an end, Baron, because you got Kerry the Pit Bull Brown, and I've ordered him right in there to go right after you.
You have a pit bull going after me? Where's the big bulldog? Your little pit bull? Is he supposed to come out and hamstring the Baron? Is he supposed to injure the Baron? It's part of your strategy, isn't it? It's part of your tactic. Well, that would be a big mistake for Kerry Brown and for Bob Brown. That would be a big mistake, wouldn't it? Because you know what that would do to me? That would turn me into a raging maniac. I come out here cool, calm, collected, but I tell you something, Herr Bob Brown, and I tell you something, Herr Kerry Brown, you may have cut your teeth on lesser men, but when you step in the ring with Baron von Raschke, you step in with experience, you step in with skill, you step in with knowledge, and I tell you something, you're going to get the wrestling lesson from your life, and I don't care what your big bulldog coach is telling you. Kerry Brown, get ready for the fight of your life. It's true. It's true. You're a very, very promising wrestler, but you've been misguided by some people, some very, very strange people, and Pitbull Kerry Brown, you're stepping in with the master of the claw. Keep it in the back of your mind. I'm talking to you, Kerry Brown.
They talk about a man, he talks about going crazy. Let me remind you something, wrestling fans. He don't have to go too far, because I'll tell you, the month of February is going to be a big night in the life of Kerry the Pit Bull Brown. It's the night he's going to destroy Baron von Raschke.
That's a very interesting prediction there, Bob Brown. You must know something I don't know, because I'm in a very, very...
We'll be right back after this important message.
Sure, cut me off, Bob Brown.